Yo, what's going on Twitch, YouTube? Welcome to the stream. Today we got some more Final Girl. So we're using the random companion app here. Companion app's pretty cool actually. So it shows a Final Girl, a killer, and a location for us. It's a new challenge. I don't know. We're going to give it a shot, but it's Adelaide. Oh, it gives you a setup card too. Okay. Well, anyway, it's Adelaide. Big Bad Wolf at Buddyland. So, that's what we're playing. That's our Final Girl, killer, and location. And for the setup card, well, I've already set up a setup card. No way, it's the exact same one. Birthday Bash, that's pretty cool. So, we've already got the setup card flipped and the game set up. So, it's Birthday Bash. We're just going to start. I don't know if I'm going to keep up with, like, they have turn 1, turn 2, and they have health and stuff. I'll try and keep up with this, but I doubt that I'll be able to do it. But this is it. And I'll keep it close by. I mean, it does have like a health bar. It has a health bar for the killer. It's got bloodlust level, saved victims, dead victims. What else? Oh, when you get your ultimate, you can flip. What's going on, Church Game? How we doing today? We're playing a random Final Girl here. Do you have the companion app? Because we're trying out the companion app today. First time. It looks like we're lagging insanely. We might have to stop streaming on YouTube. Because of how laggy we are. Yeah, so we flipped a setup card. Our setup card was Birthday Bash. Damn, there really is a solid glare. I mean, it just gets worse, right? Sure, Game is in the chat. What's going on, my dude? Hola, que paso, mi amigo? Big Bad Wolf, Buddyland. Thoughts on that? Birthday Bash setup card. We're gonna flip a starting event right now. Hidden prizes. Discard all face-up item cards from the item decks. My God. Dios mío. Well, not the best starting event. Viendo la chica final. Yeah, let's go, baby. Alright. So, hidden prizes kind of sucks. Discard all face-up item cards from the item decks. It could be good, it could be bad. There's leftover pizza used during the action phase. To choose one, you gain 2 health or reduce the horror by 1. Then there's the janitor's mop. We've used the janitor's mop. We actually like the janitor's mop. We used it against Buddy. Once per action phase, you may spend 2 time while alone in a space to reduce the horror by 1. And Bag of Marbles, spend time in place to place marbles token in, I can't read from this far away, in an adjacent space without 1. If anyone enters a space with marbles token, discard it and they lose health. Okay, these 3 items are gone. What a shame, dude. It is kind of nice though, because then we get to immediately see what's under if we do a search. Alright, and then this hidden prizes says to discard it. So, fair enough. So that was our starting event. I mean, we just discarded all 3 items from the item deck. The face-up ones, that is. We have Adelaide today. She's got 6 health. Let's take a look at her ultimate real quick before we start. So, see, this is why I don't really care for the random setup. So you get to choose one of the following. So she's obviously from Inkanyamba at Sacred Groves, because choose one of the following immediate effects. Decrease one type of wrath to 1. So killer wrath or divine wrath, and we don't have that in this scenario. So it's going to be recover all health or take up to 6 costs worth of action cards into your hand. That is most likely going to be our choice if we end up getting Adelaide's ultimate ability. So for each additional victim save, she reduces the horror. Here's something in the props box would help. To change the ultimate ability. Oh, see, that's what I was kind of talking about. Like, the ultimate box of props comes with, what is it, like, yo, what's going on, Rolo? How we doing today? So, yeah, we got some more Final Girl. We're using the companion app today. We're doing Buddyland as our location, Big Bad Wolf as our killer. Extra dice, signature dice, you said, right? So we don't have that, but it's fine. Like, we're just gonna ignore the killer wrath thing. We're either gonna use her ultimate to recover all of her health, or take up to 6 cost worth of action cards. That sounds like the better choice, depending on the timing of when we get our ultimate, right? So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but this is sort of the setup. So we have the killer here, and these purple spaces are arcade spaces. These are exit spaces. These are searchable spaces. There's a birthday bash going on, so that's why there's a bunch of people down here. And we're starting here in the party room. Kind of weird that the birthday bash isn't in the party room, am I right? But let's do a focus. Okay, I'll take a single success. I mean, spend a time and decrease the horror by 1. Now, we should probably come up with some sort of game plan here. Looks like I'm lagging horribly, but we're gonna go. It doesn't look like we're dropping frames. I don't know what the lag's about, but yeah, so there's 6 people down there. The issue I see is, like, if we get down here, can we get these victims back up this way to an exit? Because we would have to go through a killer space to kind of get down here, and I'm already not liking that situation. Where's the 3rd exit? Is there not 3 exits on this one? It looks like there's only 2 exits. So we have an entrance and just an exit. I mean, I could just be missing something, but it looks like there's only 2, so I don't know. I mean, maybe we just go like 1, 2, 3. like, we get some good stuff for saving victims. We get 4 time, we get to move a space, and we reduce the horror twice, but we do have to save 5 victims. So I think we could save 1. I mean, to pull all these victims back up that way would be a lot of movement, right? So let's do a walk. First off, we have to roll a success, right? Like, we didn't even get a success or a tier there, so we're gonna convert this. We're gonna pitch weak attack and short rest to move 1 space. And I don't know. Big Bad Wolf has track mode and slay mode, I guess. So he's likely going to be in track mode for a while. Maybe we just move. We spend a time. We're down to 4 time. We can move 1 space. Let's move into this space. Anyone else getting audio from another stream, as well as the right audio? I think it's my stream. I'll reset and be back. I wonder where that could be coming from. Because I am streaming on YouTube as well. I could turn YouTube off. It seems like it's causing a lot of lag. But I hear nothing from my stream. I finally figured out. Okay. Multi-streaming is hard. I don't know. Well, we moved into this space. I'm doing my best here. You need a lot of CPU and internet. We don't have either. We're doing the best we can with what we got. I might be able to tweak some of the settings, but we're going to end the action phase there. So we have 4 time to spend on cards. I think we need to start moving. I want to get a sprint and a search. And that's probably going to decide like what we do, because if we go to that dinner party. Oh, you're back. It's fixed now. Okay, good. Thank you. Because I was starting to wonder if it was something with YouTube. Because I'm constantly getting warnings from YouTube that the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. And I actually don't know how to fix that. That's why you don't do anything for YouTube now? Yeah. I mean, we don't get any viewers on YouTube anyway, so. But like, it says good, and then I get a warning, and then it stops. So, I'm not sure. Limiting the bitrate. Hopeless Diplodocus is here too. It's a party in the chat. So we took sprint and search. How's it going today, Hopeless? We are streaming some more Final Girl surprise, right? We're using the companion app on my phone to get a random killer, a random location, and a random Final Girl. So we have Adelaide versus the Big Bad Wolf at Buddyland. And yeah. So that was planning. We're going to do the first killer phase. Let's return these cards to the tableau. These are all going to be 0 cost action cards. And for the first killer phase, so Big Bad Wolf has a track mode. And it says the killer is if he's in track mode, which I'm assuming that's what this means. He starts in track mode. So it says target the Final Girl and move. And if he's in slay mode, target the Final Girl and attack. Oh, we need to draw some tarot cards too. I'll just shuffle one more time. Okay. Guy moves for 3 off rip. That's kind of reckless. Target the final girl closest victim and move. Closer equals better, right? So it's gonna go this way. I hope. And yeah, he's in track mode, so he's just gonna move. No kill there. Let's flip a terror card. And the claws that scratch. Target the final girl closest victim and move. For you and every victim in the Big Bad Wolf's space, increase of bloodlust. Max increase of 3. So bloodlust is going up here. That's unfortunate. Have you seen that season 4 of Final Girl is now on Kickstarter to follow? Priority equals closer, then number of victims, then victim, then final girl. Alright, so hopefully we did that right then. Because this is 2 spaces away, this is 1. So it's gonna move here, and then since there's a victim in that space, bloodlust will go up by 1, and horror will go up by 1. And I think that's right. And then if we go back to the card, we still have target the final girl closest victim and attack. Now, I don't remember if the purple and the blue mean something. Oh, they have a little symbol there for purple and blue. So blue is going to be track. Okay, just do the track and ignore everything. All right, thank you. You're going to get the complete box. I'm going to order them one by one like a Spurg. So we ignore that. That's actually good, but the bloodlust still goes up. Okay. We only panic if someone dies, yeah? So then nobody died, so no panic. And during upkeep, we don't do shit. So we're just going right back to the action phase. I'm ready to go. I'm taking advantage of the pre-sales, ordering one by one. So that's how I would like to do it. I didn't see an option on Van Ryder's website. They have Series 3. They don't have Series 4 up. So I don't know if it's different from Mexico versus US, but it would be great to get that ordered because I asked for it for Christmas, as big of a loser as I am, but we'll see. Maybe we get it for Christmas. It is up. I used the US website. I haven't seen it, unfortunately. Maybe like I didn't look too recently. They said they'll do a single release first this year. I don't know. We need Rotten Harvest so far. And then there's another one, A Demon in the Shadows. That's all I've seen. But, while we wait for that stuff, we're going to do stuff like this. It's probably going to be a little less frequent. Like, we're not going to just consistently do companion app randomness all the time. But this will fill in the gaps, hopefully, for Final Girl. While we wait for Series 4 to come out. And if you guys just bear with me for a second, I need to, reload my camera or something. It looks super glitchy to me. They've only announced 2 of the Season 4 boxes so far, yeah. Yeah, Big Bad Wolf was the... Okay, that seemed to work. Sometimes I leave my camera on, and it's just, like, super laggy. It is an old-ass iPhone 13, so... It looks way better now. Big Bad Wolf was the killer last time, so how weird is that we did a random one, and now Big Bad Wolf is the killer. What I mean by random is, like, there's a Final Girl companion app on the phone, and it'll give you a random killer, a random Final Girl, and a random location. So that's what we're doing here until we get some Series 4 stuff, hopefully. Maybe for Christmas, maybe we wait and we order it ourselves. I don't know, but we are back to the action phase. Let's go. We got to get some victims saved here. I'm really looking at getting that horror down because although we did take a search, we could walk into that space, search, and then sprint out if we're lucky, right? So let's do a walk. All right, we have a single success and a convert. We're going to keep the single success because we only need to move one space. Now, we're probably going to leave this victim here. So we can leave this victim here. Let's move into this space. Okay, and what we want to do now is do a search, and then we can sprint out of that location after we pick up our item. So oh my god, fucking double success on the search. You'll love to see it. We get top 2 item cards at our space. That's big, I'm telling you. Now where exactly are we? Okay, we're in the dining area, so we get these top 2 item cards, and we already kicked an item off the top of each deck. So we get 2 here. This is big. The apps are good for glorious kills too, or whatever it's called. Gruesome deaths is something I saw. I didn't see glorious though, but maybe we will. So we have, for our 2 items, we've got a security badge. Alright, that could be good. It says take the planning action card when you take this item. Victims in your space, never panic. That is good. Wim the Webmaster is in the chat as well, folks. There's an actual party in the chat. How's everybody doing today? Almost happy holidays is true. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Diwali. What else we have? Kwanzaa. I don't know all the holidays, but Hanukkah, stuff like that. Whatever you celebrate. Yeah, send me the link in the Discord. Everyone, please join the Discord. You can give me ideas. We can like vote on what games you want to see me stream next and stuff. We also have a flash camera, so use when an enemy would move into your space to instead make it stop in an adjacent space. So we take a picture of the guy and we scare him. All right, which one of these items is going to be better? Could be gruesome deaths. It's been a while since I played it. There's achievements. Maybe you're talking about achievements. I know there's achievements. We haven't gotten any achievements yet. This is our first game with the companion app. On stream, that is. Achievements off the top of my head that I can remember that I got are like in the Dr. Fright one, I saved like however many victims you need to save with the police car. I mean, we got so lucky. Last time the Discord link didn't work. God damn it. It's fucking... I am so bad at, I'm so bad with technology. I apologize. Let me see if I can get this fixed. I mean, that's a huge problem if we're linking the Discord and it doesn't work. But I appreciate you telling me, like, 100%. Discord. So I'm gonna go right to the Discord and post the Discord invite link that it gives me. Try an all-time link? Oh, is there such thing? See how bad I am? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. What are we going with here, by the way? Flash camera or security badge? We get the planning action card, and when we take this item, we get the planning action card and victims in our space never panic. Okay. Such as all-time links. My God. How do you get an all-time link? I mean, that's the main thing we're trying to do here, right? For these types of things, there is no lifetime option. What a shame, man. We can't get people to join the Discord on Twitch. That's... Damn it. Yeah, I mean, I just start getting lost in here. Like, right now, I'm looking at buying games. I don't even know how I got here. We gotta go back somehow, and there's no back. There's just no back button. This is ridiculous. I might... Yeah, I don't even know how to get out of here. No clue. Nope. There's no back button or nothing, man. There we go. You gotta press escape. Who would have thought? Damn, so I have to do this every single time? Man. So the link's only good for like a couple days, right? Or it could even be like a couple minutes. A lifetime link for your server? Where'd you get that? Your game straight unit. Lo siento. Gracias. That is the extent of my Spanish. All right. Yes, because you are awesome-o. Not the South Park awesome-o. All right, we're back. Which one of these items are we taking, dude? I mean, goddamn. Flash camera. Used when an enemy would move into your space to instead stop it in an adjacent space. And then we have the security badge, so we can take the planning action card when you take this item. Victims in your space never panic. Did you play darts yesterday? Did you win? Did you beat the flat earth? Dude, we did actually win. We didn't play their team yesterday, but we had played them the week prior, and we actually won 4 games to nothing. So that was huge. Being able to sweep and prove that the earth was round. I really was hoping not to bring up flat earth today, but it looks like Hopeless Diplodocus did it for us. We're gonna let's take the flash camera. I know it takes up a hand slot, but I don't think victims in our space are gonna panic. We'll put this back on the bottom of the deck in the dining area. No, I'm just kidding, really, Hopeless. I don't care. It's the, I mean, he's very adamant about it, though, if you bring it up. I was kind of curious, like, to ask, like, who's on your side on your team about this? Like, am I playing with a bunch of people that think the earth is flat? You know, you never know, it might be, but I don't think so. That's why they're all trash at darts. We actually won the last game too. You know what? I think it would be. I mean, I think I've said this before. Being able to stream darts would be cool because I do have. I have 6 dartboards and they're all like different here. So this is like your standard this is like your standard English dartboard. You've probably seen this around at bars in the UK. There's an overlay with an automatic score. That would be dope. But this is your standard English board. And then so this is something I could talk all day about because I feel like this is a really rare find. It's heavy as fuck, by the way. This is a golf dartboard. So if anyone's ever played golf, they know the 18 holes. So this first hole is actually this is a par 5. So your first dart, you want to hit this fairway, and then your second dart, you want to hit this fairway in between these 2 black lines, and then your third dart needs to land on the green, which is like a dark green. And if you get this red hole, then you landed it in the hole and you don't need to putt. So let's say I throw my first dart, I hit here. I throw my second dart, I hit here. My third dart hits in the green. I need to throw, next time I throw, at the putt, and if I land in here, then I would get a 4 on a par 5, which is a birdie. This is a par 4. Or no, 1, 2, yes. Par 4, par 4. Par 5 again, and then hole number 5 is a par 3, so you can throw it directly in the hole in 1. I mean, it gets you shooting straight. That's darts. Yeah, we might actually do some dart streams. I don't know. My favorite is the American darts. I mean, we have more though. Hold on, there's one more. There's 2 more I want to show you guys. You didn't know these boards exist. Neither did I, buddy. Check this out. So this is snooker darts. This one's based on pool. So you're actually playing pool here. So you'll throw. Now in this one you can do teams, or you can. Well, I think it's mostly just 1-on-1, but you want to throw at a red ball first. And if you hit a red ball, then that ball comes off the board. You put a green little peg in it. I have the pegs. And then after you hit a red ball, you need to hit a colored ball. So it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 points, right? And yeah, the 7 is up here now. If you're throwing for the 7 and you hit another red, you foul and you give the other person 4 points. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but I mean, I could talk about darts all day, but and I have other boards too. Like, it doesn't stop there, so. Anyway, back to the game at hand. We've got a sprint and a focus left. We picked up a flash camera. So the killer has actually moved out of the space. So a double success would actually be huge here if we could sprint. 3 spaces gets us to either exit. Let's try it. We get a single success. How are the rolls today? I mean, we just got a double success, and then we got now a single success with a convert. So not terrible so far, but you know how that could change very quickly. We can move 2 spaces here for a time. So the question is, are we gonna go towards the killer? Now that we have the flash camera, we could actually stop him from coming into our space. And the flash camera actually has 2 uses, so there's a good chance we could stop him from coming into our space. We can bring 2 victims with us. If we go this way, we're kind of stuck bringing a victim and leaving a victim behind. So I think we are going to do this. Epic rolls today. 1. Okay, we can only bring 2 guys with us, so we're going to bring these 2. We're going to move 1 space, 2 space into there. Now, say the victim tries to come in our space. We have the flash camera. We can stop him, right? The last card in our hand is a focus. We are going to drop that focus just for the sake of dropping it. And we get 2 tiers and we lose 2 time. So I think we need to just pick up a sprint here with our 2 time. Yo, Bo, let me get this right. Hold on, ready? Bobo Mob, yo. I'm good. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're playing some Final Girl. We just picked up 2 tiers. We lost 2 time. We're going to go to planning phase with 2 times. So let's pick up a sprint. And we also get our free cards. I'm great. You never saw the game, Final Girl? Really? Yeah, I mean, it's a good solo game. It's definitely, if you start to get into it, it's really, it could get very expensive. So there's feature films that are like based on real horror movies, and you're the last surviving girl in a horror movie, and you're trying to save victims and stay alive, and you get ultimate abilities and stuff. You get bonuses for saving victims. You try not to run out of time. You spend your time on cards, and you play the action cards. That's how you do stuff in the game, is you play the action cards. I'm not the best at explaining, but if you watch a few turns, I think it would be easier for you to grasp. I'm way too dumb to explain the whole game in a matter of minutes, but that was planning phase, so we're going to reset the time to 6. Return these action cards to the tableau, so we have a sprint, search, and then focus walk. And we'll go into the killer phase. So killer phase, we have if the killer is still in track mode, which he is, he's going to target the final girl or closest victim and move. So if we look at the killer on the location board, he's going to be the red meeple, and we're the purple meeple, and the yellow meeples are victims. So if there's already a victim in his space, he stays there. Right, True Game? And then I believe we just flip a terror card. So it's kind of like if you've ever played Gloomhaven, a little bit of targeting knowledge. Whoa. Whoa. Getting a little handsy with the stream deck here. Yo, Your Games got it for you. Ready? Here, let me read this. Final Girl is a popular, highly thematic solo board game where players embody the final girl from a slasher horror movie, battling a killer across various locations to save victims and survive the night. It's modular, using a core box with various feature film expansions, killers, locations, girls, to create unique scenarios involving card management, dice rolling for actions like searching, attacking, running, rescuing victims for bonuses, and trying to eliminate the killer before they kill you. That's so true, Hopeless Dipplodale, because that was legendary. Even though it was copy-paste, legendary. We love to see it. Let's flip a tarot card for the killer. This is kind of what I was afraid of. Him getting... he gets a minor dark power. So the minor dark power... What big ears you have is going to be when you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf space, lose a health. And it also gives him 2 extra health on top of his 9 health. So he's got 11 health total now, which sucks. The minor dark power goes in the purple spot up here. And you can see he can have up to 3 of those. Might be off camera a little bit, but we're just going to give him 2 extra health. Yo, all of the stuff that's happening right now is actually... Hey, I read it and made changes to it, so not all copy-paste. Yo, I wasn't trying to call you out or nothing, but I was just going to say there's no way that you typed it that quick, so... although there is a delay, so we got to give credit where credit's due. Your game is the man, so... Best thing about a minor dark power is that when you flip it, you give it to the killer and you move on. Nobody dies. Nobody panics. We have no upkeep. You don't know how fast you can type. There's a website like words per minute, and it'll just like you type a sentence as it reads it to you, and it'll tell you how many words you type per minute. I would imagine yours is pretty high. That kind of makes me want to pull it up and do it real quick, but my computer's like all the way over there. Alright, no panic, no upkeep, right? We're back to the... You want me to do the words per minute? Okay, I gotta slide over here. I can't remember the website. Okay, so it's monkeytype.com. I know I did typing classes in middle school. Yikes. Okay, I'll do it real quick, and then we're going to get back to the game. So, ready? Oh my god, the fucking dartboards are in the way now. Alright, so I think it starts counting when you start typing, so... Words per minute, 65. Accuracy, 91%. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. That is not bad for a college degree. I'm actually happy with that. I've seen people get like 100. That is what we're gonna go with. Our 91% accuracy is horrendous. We waste a lot of time pressing backspace or delete or whatever it is on Mac. I don't know. Yeah, thanks to this, I have no clue where I'm at now. So it's got to be action phase because we got a minor dark power. Let's get going. We've got some tears. Good chance we save a couple victims here and get away from the killer as well. So let's start with a walk. Again, that was 65 words per minute at a 91% accuracy, and the website is monkeytype.com. Anyone that beats me, if you beat me and you own Final Girl, okay, we need to exclude Chur Game from this, but if you beat me and you own a core set of Final Girl, we'll send you a copy of Eyeless Utopia. I forget what it's called. I think it's Don't Make a Sound. But we have 2 copies of it, so we'll fire one out. You have to post your results in the Discord too. So we end up getting a convert. So we are going to pitch weak attack and short rest here to get a single success. We can move 1 space. Now, we're actually going to end up saving some victims here, so this is pretty big. We pitch 2 cards. We can move 1 space, and now this is an exit space. These green spaces are exit spaces. This is how you save victims. We can move 1 space for a time, so we spend the time. We go down to 5 time on our first walk. We save 2 victims. Now, these victims go on our Final Girl board. So, if we look at Adelaide, she gets a couple different things for saving victims. So, she gets 2 time back, so we could take that 2 time twice and go up to 9 time, which would be huge. Or we can reduce the horror, which I believe is what we're going to do. We're going to reduce the horror 1 time, right? I think we reduce the horror and we take 2 time. My hands are like shaking. I don't know why. I drank a Monster and a coffee. I'm Spanish and I have 41 ppm while talking at the same time. In Spanish, you have 41 ppm. What is that? Paragraphs per minute? ppm, palabras por minuto equals words per minute. Oh, okay. I was going to say, bro, paragraphs per minute? You're absurd. If you're typing 41 paragraphs per minute. No, it's words per minute. So, and if you're doing Spanish... Damn, did they teach you how to type in Spanish? That's actually like a good question, right? They teach you how to type in Spanish, same they do as English. Is the Spanish keyboard the same? I have so many questions. This is taking a bit of a turn. We save a victim there. Now we can use our tiers to move another space. We also gain 2 time, so we're up to 7 time. You have an N with, what is that called on top? In my keyboard, so no, exactly the same. Okay. We need to really do damage. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. To do damage, we can pick up cards like... We have Furious Strike. So, being that we just picked up some time, there's a good shot we could pick up a Furious Strike and get into the killer space and do some damage. Critical Blow costs 6 time, does a lot of damage. The The problem is on a single success, you end your turn immediately, so... this is it. The blue cards are reaction cards, so if you're being attacked, you can play a blue card to react to the damage incoming to you, so... It's an N with a diacritical mark. I was hoping the word was a little cooler than diacritical. I wanted it to have some Spanish flair. We still have 2 cards in hand, I think. Wait, when did we reduce the horror? We reduced the horror, and then I think we do focus and sprint. Let's do focus. We don't have any damage cards yet, but we will. I promise. Oh, 2 tiers. So we're gonna lose the 2 time we just gained. Pick up 2 tiers. And we might be able to roll all 6 dice here. The tier board is a part of Series 3, I want to say. Maybe a blue? Yeah, if the killer goes into slay mode and gets in our space, a blue card would be big. A retaliate, we can actually defend ourselves and do some damage back to get rid of that minor dark power that they picked up. That would be a solid play. Here's what I would like to do right now, though. Let's spend our tiers. We never spend our tiers. So we have 4 tiers. We're not that far away from the killer. Yo. Bobo Mabia wants us to go right in for the killer with no weapons or anything. Thoughts on that? Should we try it? We have no weapons. We need to find a weapon. On English, also 41 words per minute too. You are consistent. What did I get? 65 in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. W's. Okay, N in Spanish, that diacritical mark is called Vergayela. A blue if he comes to us? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll see, one thing you probably missed is that we have this, we did search for an item. We're looking for weapons, but we didn't get a weapon. We got a flash camera. And the flash camera allows us to use it when an enemy would move into your space. You can instead stop it in an adjacent space. So we sort of have a little bit of defense there. And we are lagging massively again. Let's get rid of the monkey type. It's probably sucking up the internet, if you know what I'm saying. That's honestly probably not how internet works, but let's do our last card. Actually, we're gonna use 4 tiers, so 2 tiers and 2 tiers to move 2 spaces. So let's go 1, 2, and let's do a sprint. Oh, sorry. So we spend 2 tiers to move into this space, and then we spend 2 tiers to move into this space, and then we drop our sprint and we roll 2 dice. Now the dice is kind of everything. Oh no, that's horrible. A no success. The dice is everything in the game. Bob Omabio. Trying to figure out how to say your name. But we just rolled 2 dice. The tier is a failure. So a 1 and a 2 is a failure. A 3 and a 4 means you can pitch. Bobo is okay. Great. So a 3 and a 4 means you can pitch 2 of your cards, like discard your cards like I did here, to convert it to a success, and then you go off of what it says. So if you get 2 successes, you move 3 spaces. If you get 1 success, you move 2 spaces for a time. No successes, you still can move a space, but you have to lose a life 2 times and end your turn. So I think we are going to do that. We're going to lose a life. We're going to spend a time, so we go down to 4 time. And we have to end our turn, but we still get to move 1 space. So let's move into this space. with all the victims. We want to save as many victims as we can, find a weapon, and kill the killer. That is kind of the strategy for I was going to say Big Bad Wolf, but really any killer. Now we're out of cards, so after, there's a little thing you can probably not see, but it says action phase, planning phase, killer phase, panic phase, upkeep phase. So we did the action phase. We go into the planning phase so we can purchase action cards, and then we reset the time to 6 and return the played action cards to the tableau. So we're the time that we have to purchase cards with is here, so we're left with 4 time. We could pick up maybe distraction, close call, to get into like what's special about Big Bad Wolf. Really just that he has 2 modes. And if you could see on the killer board, this symbol means these are actually cards. So this is what the board looks like without, it's kind of the same. It's just like, this is a dark power that will eventually get revealed and hurt, and then there's actually on the back of this card there's a finale that will eventually come out and make the game even harder. So it's gonna get intense. It always does, and we'll likely die, but we're gonna do our best to kill the killer. So when he goes into slay mode is the most dangerous. Right now he's just in tracking mode. So yeah. Again, we had the music pretty loud or whatever that is. I'm not sure. I haven't been able to figure out how to do my alerts, but if that was a follow, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it. Welcome to the Legends. And yeah, we're gonna buy some cards here. So we have 4 time. Let's get a sprint and a search. We know what we want to do. We have to search because we're in this orange space. So the orange spaces are searchable. That's how you find weapons. We've got to get a weapon here. So we take a sprint and a search. Why can't I see, like, why don't my alerts work? Like, why can't I see what's going on here? I just hear, like, music. Maybe I can pull up my, Twitch. Okay, so Ravenfall, thank you for the follow, and Bobo, thank you for the follow. We appreciate. If the loud music was me, and I do apologize, did not match the mood of this game. No, it's all good, man. Honestly, amongst nothing is an easy killer from season 2. Don't listen to Cheer Game. He's a Final Girl expert. If you're new and you're trying to get into the game, what makes the Big Bad Wolf special is a valid question. He's got 2 modes. I mean, can you name another killer with 2 modes, Cheer Game? You know, I think he's hard. He's got 9 health. The horror starts on 5. His bloodlust track is actually pretty reckless. If you zoom in on it here, we could see horror goes up. Dark power is revealed after 2 victims are killed. Panic adjacent victims increase the horror again by 2. He heals for 2 here. Panics adjacent victims. Yeah, I think he's interesting. Yeah, Slayer and tracking mode is the main thing, though. I think that's his main concept. So he'll switch modes, and depending on what mode he's in, he's going to be harder to kill. So we pick up a search and a sprint. We get our free cards back. We return these cards to the tableau, and we reset the time to 6, and then we go to killer phase. So let's see what he's going to do here, because there's a good chance that the dark power will get revealed now. Maybe a Furious Strike. So again, with the Furious Strike, I need to have a weapon. I guess you don't need to have a weapon, but I think it's better to have a weapon, because the Furious Strike's only going to do 2 damage if you're just using your fists. If you have a weapon that stacks that'll stack the damage. So let's say we have like a knife that does 2 damage and we do Furious Strike, we actually do 4 damage. So that's like the big reason I want to search for a weapon first. So we pick up a search because we're in a searchable space, and the turns go kind of quick, you'll see. So this is the next killer phase. So we have, if he's in slay mode, target the final girl, closest victim, and move. So he's already in a space with a victim, so he is not gonna move. And then we flip a terror card, and then the terror card says the jaws that bite. Orange is searchable, yes. We can look at the location board. So green is an exit space. That's how you save victims and get them off the board, save them from the killer. Orange spaces are searchable spaces. These are just named spaces, so some cards might refer to them. And then these purple spaces are arcade spaces, which is only relevant to Buddyland. And everything kind of, it's explained in the rules here. So it'll say like arcade spaces. So the 4 spaces in the middle of the location board are marked with the purple icon. The arcade spaces, some card effects will refer to these spaces. So that's pretty much it. So we have the jaws that bite here as our terror card. So if there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, so we do still have victims on the board, so we're going to target he's in track mode, so target the closest victim, move, increase the horror, then increase the bloodlust. Okay, so we'll go back to the location board. This is our killer. Target the closest victim. He's in the space with the victim. He doesn't need to move. And then we go to the symbol here. So this means increase the horror and the bloodlust. So we'll do bloodlust first, or no, let's do the horror first. So the horror is here. This depicts how many dice you roll. So if you're in the green, you get to roll 3 dice. If you're in the white, you get to roll 2 dice. And if you're in the red, you only roll 1 dice. So we want to be rolling as many dice as possible, obviously. And next, we're going to increase our bloodlust. So this is the bloodlust symbol. So as this goes up, he's going to move and attack for more. So we have this terror card. It said to increase the horror, then increase the bloodlust. And we're going to ignore this part because he is not in track mode. Yes. We need to keep the fear down, which, yeah, the horror level needs to be lowered. And he will keep pushing it up and up to make it scarier and scarier. So we're going to increase the bloodlust here, and that's going to reveal a dark power. So we'll look at the killer, and we'll see which dark power we got this time because it's different every time you play. It is a lot easier said than done trying to decrease the horror. So there are some cards that allow you to decrease horror. If we look at the options, distraction is one of the best options. On a double success, you can decrease the horror by 2, and you gain 2 time. On a single success, you decrease the horror by 1, and you gain 1 time. On no successes, you still decrease the horror by 1, but you lose 4 time. Alright, so we're going to reveal this dark power. We have Destructive Roar. So, killer is entering slay mode, as you can see down here on the little skull icon. So, anything on a terror card that refers to purple, we're going to be doing the purple where he attacks now, which sucks. And it also says, when revealed and once during each upkeep phase, remove from the game the top item card of the closest item deck to the Big Bad Wolf. Okay, that is not good because we need to find a weapon. So what do we do here? Okay, that was killer phase, right? He revealed the dark power, so we're gonna do panic phase. Nobody died. Once during each upkeep phase, remove from the game the top item card or of the closest item deck to the nearest to the Big Bad Wolf. So I would say that Big Bad Wolf is nearest to the ball pit. Okay, so we have the ball pit here, And then we have the ball pit here. So we're going to remove the top item from the ball pit. So items are disappearing, folks. It's not good. Right as we're searching for them. I miss ball pit. I miss ball pits. They were so fun to play in. Yeah. Yeah, me too, honestly. I mean, you just jump off the high dive into the ball pit. You don't get hurt or anything. It's not good, but I think it could be worse. It can always be worse. It always seems to get worse, too, as the game goes on. But we did the upkeep phase. We are going to go back to the action phase so we can search. We are in a searchable space here. And this is, again, this is the food area, the dining area. So we're going to search the dining area before he starts to get closer and remove some more items from the game, right? So we had a shooty, sucky cannon where you could load the ball pit balls and fire them at people. What? Yo, you guys had them too? We didn't have that. We had the ball pit looked like it was full, and you would jump in and hit the ground so hard that you would never do it again. Let's do a search. You guys are spoiled over there in the UK. Am I right? Alright, we get a... Damn. So we roll, we get a tier and a convert. We are going to have to convert this, so we need to pitch our walk and focus to get a single success. Okay, so we have just pitched 2 cards. You're from Switzerland, by the way. Okay, that's great. Switzerland. Everybody from Switzerland is just super nice, right? I mean, that's what I hear. Okay, so we convert that to a single success. And on a single success, we take the top item card at our space and we lose a time. So we go down to 5 time. And again, we're at the dining area. I was about to say ball pit. So we take the top item card from the ball pit. Drum roll, please. Let's see. What item do we get? We got an extension cord, folks. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is going to do some damage. This is what we love to see. We can put our flash camera into... I actually have a question for your game here in a minute about the items, but let's look at this extension cord that we got. So its range shows a 0... Sorry, it's having trouble focusing, apparently. Yikes. Okay, so we have a 0 to 1 range with an asterisk there, meaning we can probably throw it further. It does 1 extra damage. Did I take this from the ball pit? Did I take this from the ball pit, Bobo? I thought I took it from the dining area. Okay, we're not getting an extension cord. 24 years and 35 months. Okay, so you said we took it from the ball pit. So then we get a birthday cake instead, which is, damn, not a weapon. Not good. So we get the birthday cake. It's got 2 uses. I think we keep the flashlight in hand at this rate. It says you may use this to ignore increase of horror during the killer phase. I mean, good shot. We will use that. We're going to keep the flashlight in hand, and we keep the birthday cake. I probably did take that from the ball pit. Did anyone see like where that came from? Because yeah, I guess it had to have come from the ball pit. That we blame that on Hopeless Diplodocus for just the strangest comment on Earth. Hold on, let me go back to it. We had shooty sucky cannons where you could load the ball pit balls and fire them at people. So yeah, that was a yeah. You're always blamed. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know. Um, let's try a sprint, I guess. I mean, I kind of want to stay there and get that last item. I mean, I feel like we're wasting a lot of time. Sprinting, I mean, I feel safe. Honestly, I feel safe with the flash camera. Yeah, that sounds right, Bobo. I think you said we aren't in the ball pit. We're in the dining area, but you still took it from the ball pit. I agree with that. So we have a birthday cake instead, which is actually more thematic. It was a must. Those cannons before, yeah, we never had those cannons. I'm pretty jealous now that I found out in the UK you guys have those. With the tic-tac-toe on the labyrinth. Let's roll some dice. We get a single success. We can move 2 spaces. Let's get some victims closer to an exit space. There's only 1 item left in the dining area. So I think it's best if we just bring 2 victims like that. Again, now we can stop him from coming into our space with our flash camera. So this is going to be big, I think. Let's lose another time. We're down to 4 time. We go into planning. We have no cards left, okay? So we need to buy something. It's got to be sprint. And I want to take another search. I mean, is that dumb? I mean, we are getting weak attack. We don't have any weapons yet. I want to take sprint and search until we get weapons. So we also get weak attack, short rest, focus, and walk. So we could just not get the sprint and use the walks, but I feel like sprint's got to come into the hand. I don't know why. It's so much easier to move with a sprint than it is with a walk. The success of rolling the dice. We could load in balls and it would push it out. Wait, who said that? Yeah, it was definitely hopeless. Hold on. We could load in balls and it would push it out. And there were blocks. It was super cool. Spring is good. Sprint is good, and search too. I would stay with them too. I kind of need a weapon. That's what we're doing. So yeah, we're sticking with that. We're gonna do killer phase now. So we reset the time to 6. We do killer phase. So again, he's in kill mode or slay mode, whatever it is. So this is gonna change what he does. It says if he's in track mode, he's going to target the final girl, move. If he's in slay mode, he's going to target the final girl, closest victim, and attack. Okay, so we'll look at our location board. He's going to target the final girl, closest victim, and attack. So he kills a victim. We take him off the board. The victim goes in the dead pile. And then the bloodlust goes up 1. So he's now moving for 3 and attacking for 2. Okay. And then we'll flip a terror card. Why do we have 2 of the exact same terror cards here? We have 2 of the jaws that bite. Yeah, rip yellow person. Those are the victims. They're going to die. So on this jaws, on the last jaws that bite, we did the slay mode. And on this one, we're doing target the closest victim, move, and attack. So it is going to be our space. So I think I actually have a rules question for Chur Game when he's ready. My rules question is, are you allowed to swap items in and out of your hand as you see fit? Like, can you just consistently swap? There are copies of the same name. Surprising you didn't get them yet. Oh, you can't do that till upkeep. Oh, rearrange items. I always wondered what that meant. On the upkeep phase, it says reveal finale if no tarot cards are left, and then it says rearrange items, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we rearranging? All right, so thank you for that. I always wondered what that meant. Very good, very good. So we've got it figured out. So he's going to now target the closest victim. Now, what we're going to do is use our flash camera here. So flash camera might be OP this game. What does improvise do? Here, let me hold up an improvise real quick so you could see. Improvise, it's got some situational uses. Camera struggles to focus at times. Come on, bro. There we go. Okay, so an improvise, on a double success, until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. And then with a single success, for the next horror roll, only all 3s and 4s are successes. And then on a no success, you increase the horror and lose time. Again, it's got situational uses, but it is a card that I shy away from a lot. As you can see, it doesn't have as much wear and tear on it as the other cards. Target the closest victim, move and attack. So, the closest victim is going to be our space. And he's going to want to come into our space because there's 2 victims in our space, right? So what we're going to do is use our situational flash camera, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Check this out. Use when an enemy would move into your space to instead make it stop in an adjacent space. So, boom. We use our flash camera to scare him away. Okay? So he's going to stay there and he's not going to attack or do anything. So we picked up flash camera, we talk shit on it, and all of a sudden it's helping us. Very good. That's going to end the killer phase. We do have panic phase, but nobody died. Nobody in that space. So no one will panic, right? Now we do upkeep. We can rearrange our items. Do we want to keep... Oh, so this doesn't have a hand slot. So we can actually use this whenever we want. So next time he increases the horror, remind me that I have birthday cake. Please remind me that I have birthday cake. We should get a blue. I think we're safe for now because we have flash camera, right? If we get one more use of the flash camera, then we'll pick up a blue. I'm really banking on getting an item here. And we've got a lot of ground to cover, if I'm honest. I want the extension cord now that I saw it, sort of situation. Yeah, it's got 2 uses. Let's do a walk. A double success on the walk. You love to see that. Do we think that birthday cake looks nice? I'm on the fence. All right, let's hold this up. And we'll get a scale of 1 to 10. So does the birthday cake look like a good birthday cake? I mean, the thickness compared to the circumference is absolutely absurd, but they did a good job on the writing. How about the quote? I refuse to die on my birthday. I mean, this is all super thematic with the birthday cake, and we have the birthday bash. Like, that was the setup card. Kind of looks like a Grinch cake. It definitely does look like a Grinch cake. Personally, I wouldn't eat it. Yeah, I don't think I would either. It looks like somebody took a slice out of it, right? But not a slice, a slash. Yeah, we got a double success on the walk. I know it's hard to see with my big ass in the way, but we got a double success. So that allows us to move up to 2 spaces for a time. So we're going to spend a time and go down to 5. And we're going to save 2 victims here. 1, we save 2 victims. We get them on the exit space. So let's go back to Adelaide's card, and we're going to put our victims on there. 1, we're going to reduce the horror. And I think we're going to gain 2 time. Okay, so we reduce the horror by 1. Did anyone see if I reduced the horror already? God damn it. My memory is shot from 2 seconds ago. The triple dice looks really good. It is. That's where we're trying to get to. Did you see if I moved? I did. Okay, so we're on 3. So distraction could, in theory, get us there. The only thing we have left to do is gain 2 time, because we decrease the horror and we gain 2 time. So the only bonus we get left is move 1 space. We don't need that right now. If we look at the location board, we moved 1 and we still have a space to move. So I think if we start to go this way to the ball pit, and then we drop a search, right? So we can pick up that extension cord that we cheated and saw. Okay, so we get a tier and a 4. So the 4 means we can convert. So we are going to pitch a weak attack and a short rest. To take the top item card at our space, we already know what it is, since we sort of cheated on that and saw it. We still have a sprint available to us. So we are at the ball pit this time, right? So we're at the ball pit. We take the ball pit top item card. Should I shuffle, since we already saw this? That is the question. I mean, is it fair game to take this extension cord? We know this is an extension cord, right? Should we take the other item, since we took the wrong item? I mean, what do you guys think? Shuffle would be fair. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle it. Like, I don't know how to shuffle 2 cards, but we're just gonna. He's saying it's okay. Okay, we have mixed answers in the chat. Let's just do this. Okay, we got the shuffle. We got the extension cord. So it is gonna be the extension cord. Unfortunately, it's a 2-handed item. So can we replace that now? We did upkeep. Oh fuck! We were supposed to remove the extension cord, dude. Dude, you guys are killing me with the rules and shit. Okay, so technically the extension cord would have got X-nade, right? Because he's closest. So we take this item. No, dude. Actually, this is huge. I use this. Oh my god, this is huge. The claw machine token. Yeah, no, you're right, Cheer Game. I totally forgot about the dark power destructive roar. So when revealed, end once. It says end once during upkeep phase. Remove from the game the top item card of the closest item deck to the Big Bad Wolf. So he is closest to the ball pit. So we were supposed to remove that extension cord, and we pick up this claw machine token, which if we zoom in on this, it says discard while in an arcade space to look through the unused item cards and take an item of your choice. So we are going to do that when we get into a arcade space, right? All right, so we're back on track. We've got a sprint and a focus. Do we want to try to go directly to... There's no... Yeah, it could be really OP. We know some stuff that we have discarded is really good. I say do we want to try to get to an arcade space? Like, it's 2 spaces away. We have a sprint. There's no items left in the ball pit. We've saved almost everybody from the birthday party, right? Or the birthday bash. Let's do our sprint. Or do we want to save... I mean, the search is killing us on time, right? Every time? Let's just do our sprint. Oh, that really hurts. Yeah, that hurts. We're gonna move one space. Unfortunately, we have to lose a life, 2 time, and end the turn. So we're at 5 time, we go into planning phase, right? I know, we fumbled a sprint, dude. That's what I mean. It's really, like, and we didn't even get tears out of it. Like, it was just 2 converts. So you have to pitch 2 cards for a single success, and we only have 1 left, which is a shame. We're going to hold on to focus. We have to hold on to focus because we're going directly to the planning phase. If you look on the sprint card, when you take this, move 1 space to lose a health, lose 2 time, and end the turn immediately. That's what that X stands for. So, I mean, we end up in this space with a victim, which is fine. The killer can't directly go there. So, we have 5 time to spend on cards. I feel like using a distraction here to get into that 3 dice rolling is good, and we can actually defend the increase of horror with our birthday cake. So I think it's a good choice. So we spend 3 time on distraction. We're also getting the free cards walk and focus, and then we have 2 time left to spend. So what do we think? We have 1 walk. Maybe we pick up another sprint. We don't need search anymore. We could take guard, although we're sort of safe for another turn, right? With our camera, with our flash camera, we're sort of safe. So let's pick up a sprint for our last 2 time. We reset the time to 6. We return these cards to the tableau. So search goes back, sprint goes back, short rest, weak attack. These are the free cards. And now we're going to do our next killer phase. So we should spend it carefully. We may need a long rest soon. Long rest is a card that I use seldomly. On a double success, you can heal for 4. On a single success, you can heal for 3 and lose 2 time. And on no successes, you get 2 life back. You increase the horror, lose 2 time, and end your turn. Pure game, do you use long rest? For 5 time, it is very expensive, right? To heal yourself. I could see it being used on like a final girl that has no limit on her health. Like, I forget who that was. There was a couple baddies in there though, am I right? I can't remember. It should just be, it should be final baddie instead of final girl. That was planning. We're going to do killer. So it's going to be, if we're in slay mode, we're going to target the final girl, closest victim, move and attack. So again, targeting the final girl or closest victim, these spaces are not connected. So this victim being 1 space away, I believe he's going to move there and attack. Kills another victim. Bloodlust goes up here. We panic adjacent victims. I want to use birthday cake on this, if possible. So, an adjacent victim would technically be this guy. That's the only adjacent victim. So to panic him, we roll a dice. We got a 6. Why can't we get a 6 when we need a fucking 6? Like, what's going on here? So on a 6, you look at the numbers on the location board. We have a 1 or a 2 here, a 3 or a 4 here, a 5 here, and a 6 here. A 6 means he panics onto the exit space, which is actually kind of helpful. Very good. Okay, next thing we're doing is flipping a terror card. We have Solitary Danger. Alright, target the final girl, move twice, and attack. Now, this specifically targets just the final girl. He moves for 3, so he's going to move for a total of 6 here. And we are going to use our flash camera again. I'm pretty excited about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. Gonna move for 6, so he's going to go 1. And then we're going to use our flash camera to stop him. Oh, shit. I know Chair Game is going to for sure chime in here. If we stop him on the first, if he can reach us in the first movement and we stop him with our camera, does that mean he still comes in our space with that second movement and he still attacks? The rules questions are heavy on this one. The rules questions are heavy, and we are not using the companion app the way I thought we would be using it, but that's fine. Is anyone still there? Did we miss that? I know there's a massive delay, but yeah, so if he's gonna reach us, okay, you're still here. If your game is in the chat when you got a rules question, we're gonna stop him there with the flash camera, but he would reach us on his first movement. Does that mean he moves again? So I'll ask again. So he moves for 3. So if he goes 1 and then we stop him, he has a move twice on the card, right? So if we stop him once, we can't stop him again. I'm gonna go with that if he's not still here. So he is going to move into our space and attack us, right? For 2. You might have been right, Bobo, about this long rest, because we're about to get hit. And we probably should have picked up. So he attacks for 2. Nothing we can do about it. I think we just take 2 damage here. We lose 2 health. So we are down to 2 health. So this is our last final health token. We could flip that and get some life back, which is another awesome part about Final Girl. And when you are down to just your last health, you get to roll an extra die. And the killer has an identical token to us that could have no health on the back, or it could have 1, 2, maybe 3 health on the back. And also when he's down to his last health, we also roll an extra die. So it could be an epic battle, but we're not doing so hot here, if I'm honest. He's targeting us, so we have to take the 2 damage, and it says if the killer is not in the same space as you, the killer recovers 2 health. So he is in the same space as us, so he does not recover that health. That's going to be the end of the killer phase. We have a victim did die this turn. So we have to panic the victim that's in our space. So we rolled a 6. So he's going to move into that space, the victim. Okay, so he panics there. And then for upkeep, we're going to remove an item from the ball pit. But we really need to use our token. I agree. We need to get a weapon, and the claw machine token is going to be the best way to get a weapon. We need to be in a purple space to do it, though, so that's going to be my goal for the next turn, is to get into a purple space, discard my claw machine token, and get a great item from the unused item deck. So we are 2 spaces away from the arcade, but we are also 2 horror away from rolling 3 dice. And I think we do a focus. Because we got to focus up, right? Okay, so we get a convert here. We can pitch walk focus to decrease the horror by 1 and lose a time. So horror goes to 2. We drop our distraction. We get a double success on the distraction. I love it. That decreases the horror by 2, and we gain 2 time back. So we go up to 7 time, and the horror is maxed in the green. That's what we love to see. All right, so we are rolling 3 dice now. So let's do a sprint and possibly use our claw machine token finally. But we need 5 time for the long rest. Worst case scenario, we have a short rest, which is a free card that gives us 2 health back. So long rest seems very expensive for the healing. We get a double success on the sprint, so we are allowed to move 3 spaces here. So we are going to use our claw machine token. No worries, Bobo. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for the follow. And Ravenfall as well. If you're still here, we'd love to see it. Please join the Discord community, and yeah, you can suggest some games and all that. So we are going to move 3 spaces. So we're going to leave the killer space. We're going to go 1. We're going to bring a victim with us, 2. And then, do we want to go 3? I mean, if we bring him towards the prize counter, he's going to start discarding items from there. We don't really care. We don't really care about items anymore, do we? We need to be in a purple space. I wonder, can we use the claw machine token while moving, though? Like, I mean, the guy moves for a lot. Let's just move over here. I'm fine with that. We're going to discard our claw machine token. Discard while in a purple space to look through all the unused item cards. All right. Alright, claw machine token's getting us a really good item here. So there's only 4 unused item cards. Is that the truth? Security bot. This looks cool as shit already. Security bot. Place the bot token in your space. When you gain movement effects, you may use them to move the bot instead. Up to 2 victims may follow the bot, and victims in an exit space with the bot can be saved. So we have like an arcade bot that saves victims for us. We have food tray. I mean, come on. This is a shield. It ignores a damage 4 times. That's huge, actually. Fire axe is definitely my choice. But there's also a energy drink. Yikes. An energy drink, fire axe, food tray, or security bot. I think it's got to be the fire axe. The 2-handed fire axe. So we take a 2-handed fire axe. We love a 2-handed fire axe. We're out of cards. We go to the planning phase with 7. Did we not spend the time to move? We're probably not, so we have 6. Let's take a Furious Strike for 4 and a guard for 2. Do we want to get our ultimate? 6 cards worth of action, or 6 time worth of action cards is pretty big. It looks like it's just me and you in here, Hopeless Diplodocus. I know you probably don't know anything about Final Girl. I mean, maybe you do. Have you been learning Final Girl just from watching? When is the next time you're streaming, actually? Because I saw the one time you were playing Fallout 4, because we have a I think my Twitch Prime is up. Oh, you have been learning. That's good. That's good. We take Furious Strike and Guard for 6. Alright, we reset the time to 6. We get our free cards back. Return these cards to the tableau. Sprint. Distraction. Focus. And then walk and focus. You don't have to give that to me. We've been saving it for you, so just let me know when the next time you're streaming is. Do you always just stream Fallout 4? We should do Wingspan too. Been talking about it, right? If you want to get whooped live on Twitch, you came to the right place. At the moment, I'm trying to finish Fallout Load On. I don't know, is it London? I don't know what to stream next. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, if Final Girl is frustrating as hell. But I don't like computer games. I already like play too much computer games. Like, that's my problem. Like, I'm a WoW player, like hardcore WoW player. Like, Burning Crusade is coming out soon, so it's gonna be heavy. We still need to do our Wingspan verse. I've been saying it for a while. You know, we're out here waiting for the, you know, for you to accept the challenge. Like I said, Wednesdays are best because Will streams on Wednesdays, the Winging It Wingspan guy. Yeah, no worries. Life happens. Planning phase, panic phase. Did a guy die this turn? There's nobody in the killer space anyway, so it's all good. Let's do upkeep. He's closest to the ball pit, but there's no spots left at the ball pit. Yo, is there a way to pin a comment? Because you said the weirdest thing in this chat. I swear to God. The sucky ball. Here it is. We had a shooty, sucky cannons. Yeah, no worries, sure game. We had some rules questions, but we just took the worst possible outcome, which is what you do in board games, right? So, let's see. Upkeep, again, no items left. There's no items left to, yeah, I mean, read that out loud. So it's like, you like dice chaos? All right, let's see. We're back to the action phase. We can do some damage here. Man, I really want to get this. I want to get this ultimate out so we could take critical blow. It seems like the best shot. Like, we can move 2 spaces here. We didn't pick up a sprint though, so I mean, this is our shot. We should have taken a close call as well. Let's see. You like dice chaos better than chaos. I'm trying to think, like, what other games do I have? Oh my God, we can only move 1 space here. Do we just pitch? No, we cannot pitch, guard, and we're gonna move 1 space. Yikes, the claw token fucked us. All right, let's spend the time. We're gonna move to the prize counter space. And then we have no tiers. I could have sworn let's spend 2 tiers. Did we not have tiers? We should have had tiers, right? I know we had a total failure on a success. I'm starting to sweat again. I'm pretty sure we had some tiers left, so we're going to use 2 tiers to move 1 space and save 2 more victims. So that decreases the horror by 1, gives us the time back. It gives us a move a space. We're doing a lot of cheating here. We unlock our ultimate and we take up the 6 cost worth of action cards into our hand. We saved an additional victim, so we decreased the horror, but it's already maxed out, so we gained a time for that, so we back up to 6. I will play Resist on Friday. So, like, chair game, pick a game that I can stream next instead of Final Girl, because Final Girl is getting a little redundant. I mean, I'm not saying we're never going to stream it again, but we would love to stream something else. We don't want to be known as the Final Girl guy, right? And maybe Final Girl on Christmas Eve. Are you going to do the Krampus one? Do you have a list? That's actually a great idea. I'll post it in the Discord. I will post every board game I own in the Discord, and I mean, you may not make it through the list. I mean, we have so many fucking board games. There's already some sort of list on there, I think, for when we were like trying to vote for the next game. For like, because we did play Under Falling Skies once. And that campaign, like, I would love to play that campaign. I'm just bad at it. Okay, then we'll keep doing Under Falling Skies. The only thing that was weird was like I don't have a mat for that, but well, I have a mat that I can use, cause like behind this, there's just like nothing. Like it's just like the checkered, like it's another mat. Like I don't know. I thought it looked weird, but we'll do it. We're gonna hold on to Furious Strike and Guard. Planning was 6. We also take up to 6 cost worth of action cards in your hand. Do we just take Critical Blow here? Yeah, you love the Krampus one. With the Christmas Toy Train, I bought in an esoteric convention. What? I never saw that. I never saw no Christmas Toy Train. We take 6. We take Critical Blow for free from our ultimate. We're not going to recover all health, are we? Because we can actually just spend 5 time on long rest and take a close call. And then we get the free cards as well. That was huge. 12 card worth of time. Let's return these to the tableau. And we move on. Okay. The toy and the game are unrelated. Just to add Christmas spirit to the table. Well, that's nice. Should post a picture in the Discord so we can see it. That's 8 cards. So we're still good on the 8 card limit. We have a Fire Axe. I'm telling you, as soon as Big Bad Wolf comes in my space, he's getting fucking wrecked, dude. Look at this. We have Long Rest, Critical Blow, Guard, Furious Strike. Like, huge. We're untouchable right now. Let's do Killer Phase. So, Slay Mode. Target the final girl closest victim and attack. Nobody in his space, so we flip a terror card. Dude. No fucking way. What big teeth you have. If the Big Bad Wolf attacks you and you prevent all of the damage, you lose a life. I also bought a tablecloth because I do not have a board gaming table. A tablecloth. Where are you going to put the tablecloth if you don't have a table? You mean so you can just like wrap the shit that's on the table up in the tablecloth and play board games at the table? The best board game tables are the ones that have like a recessed felt. Have you been at a Mexican party? No, I can't say I have. Cinco de Mayo, does that count? Oh. Yo, I know exactly what you mean too. The folding fucking tables. That's hilarious. We have those tables too, though. They're great for board games. So you just bought the tablecloth because you don't want to see the plastic. I got you. Yo, that's awesome. Nothing happens. He gets a minor dark power. Damn, dude. His health is racked, bro. You have those types of tables. That's funny as shit, dude. It looks awful without it. Like just to play board games, or are you gonna stream some, dude? Are you gonna like do? We should stream some board games. Am I right? The tablecloth makes it look better, though, I'm sure. And you could get like different tablecloths for different games, right? Because I got different mats for different games. Like I have an Arkham Horror one. Stream, but in Spanish, of course. That hurts my feelings. All right, let's go. Upkeep phase. He did not move. So again, there's no items at the ball pit. Can we get to this guy, man? We might just be holding cards for no reason. We're gonna do long rest here. It's not often that I play long rest, but we're gonna do it. A double success on the long rest allows us to heal for 4. That's huge, buddy, for a time. So we're back up to full. That's why I'm glad I didn't take the full health. And then we're going to start walking towards the guy in the hopes that he gets to us. So let's walk here. I do not want to steal your audience. What audience, bro? We don't have. You are the audience. I'll be in there. If you start streaming board games, I'm going to be the first one in there, bro. We got to make sure. Yeah, we're already following, so you can have the audience, especially Hopeless Diplodocus. No, just kidding. Oh, you did? You start streaming? That's good. I'll have to check it out, brother. I will have to check it out immediately after this. So we get a single success and a convert. We are going to pitch 2 focuses here to get that double success so we can move 2 spaces. Get us closer to the guy, right? We're ready. We have an axe. We're going to fuck him up with it. So what's the fastest way to him? It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about the same. So let's go for a time. And then we're going to stop there. And we're going to go to planning with 5. I think we take retaliate close call. We reset the time to 6. We get the free cards as well. We need to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. Excuse me. Return these to the tableau. Let's go. Let's go. I'm still working out some things. Like getting rid of the air noise from the mic. Do you have a condenser mic or a dynamic mic? I could recommend some mics. If you go into my Discord, I actually have a list of what I use to stream. Along with, like, if you can't get a mic like this is an MXL CBD1 or something, It's a really good dynamic or condenser mic. If you can't get something like that, I would highly recommend something like this. I use this like for on the go. These are clip-on mics. I can't for the life of me remember what they're called, but you clip this to your shirt and it doesn't pick up any background noise. It just takes your voice. They're actually really good, and I have 2 of them, and they're Bluetooth. So these work really well if you can't get something like this. This is a little more bulky. It's in the way, but it works nice. You also need what I have is like a Scarlett Solo USB situation. Turns it into like a 48 volt type situation. I'm not the best with this stuff, but in the Discord I do have a list of the gear that I use. We have, for the overhead cam, we have a Sony a6400 with the Sigma f16 stop lens. Just gives you a wider field of view. Yes, but no money. In total, I think I spend like $50 between the mic, tripod, tablecloth, webcam, and ring light. Yeah, stuff can really add up, right? It sucks. But man, everybody's got to start somewhere, you know? So, you know, I'm rooting for you. I'll definitely be in there. Okay. Let's do Killer Face. Damn, he's got a lot of dark powers. When you move into or begin your turn in the Big Bad Wolf's space, lose a health. So we should have lost a health, actually. And we should have been rolling more dice. If the Big Bad Wolf attacks you and you prevent all of the damage, you lose a health. Okay. Alright, let's see what's he going to do. He's going to target us and attack. Nobody in this space, so we flip a terror card immediately, right? I think I will use digital filters to get rid of the noise. That's actually a really good idea. There are a lot of digital filters built into OBS and stuff like DaVinci Resolve where you can actually remove the noise in post if you're going to make YouTube videos. That's primarily what I do. I'll film like on Twitch, like I'll use Twitch to record everything, and then I'll post this video in a much shorter version. I'll cut out all the nonsense of me like bantering like exactly like right now, and then just post it on YouTube of just the gameplay. Nobody watches that either though, so you know, it's definitely a process. I can't believe how far behind YouTube is on the stream. Like, I'm still showing the rules and shit. Way behind, man. I study them and hate them a lot, but now the knowledge is handy. The noise suppression stuff, like the filters and things. The only one I use is, I think we use a compressor. That way, if I'm talking and the music is too loud, it lowers the music and picks up my voice. I don't know, man. Again, like, I'm not the best with this stuff. I got my setup for sound processing for my career. I studied. Oh, so you know a little bit more about this than me, actually. Maybe you could tell me what I'm doing wrong, because it took me forever to figure out the music. It was always like non-existent, and then it was way too loud, and it seems like we finally got it right. Like, maybe like last stream you guys came in, you're like, oh, I can hear the music, and it's actually not too loud. Like, it just takes forever, dude. Like, maybe I'm a slow learner. How did they sneak in? Roll 3 dice and place 1 victim for each die result as follows. Okay, let's roll this. So we end up getting a 4, 5, 6. So a dining area and 2 in the party room. So we put 1 in the dining area. Where the hell is the dining area? Here, and then 2 in the party room. Oh, I put 2 in the dining area. Wait, did I take 2? Oh my god. 1 in the dining area, 2 in the party room, and then it says to flip an event. So we're gonna do an event now. You need to play with frequencies to cancel unwanted noises. The other thing is that I don't know about is, like, I think my voice is too loud at times. Like, it's not supposed to go in the red. It goes in the red a lot. Also, I have the gain way too high up on my mic. Like, you guys tell me, like, is this better? Or is this better? Because I feel like you're barely going to be able to. This is worse. Can't hear you. Exactly. The mic you were talking about is a lavalier. Yes, it is a lavalier. That's the name I couldn't think of. I just don't remember the brand either. Okay, we have party time. Is it better now though? Like, we turned it up. See, I think the problem is that sometimes I get a little too close to the mic. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I mess around with it a lot, but every time it seems like I have to have my gain knob all the way up. Party time. Move all victims 1 space closer to the party room. Okay. Fair enough. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Alright, that wasn't terrible, right? That wasn't the worst event. You will win, you have faith. Dude, look at this guy. He's stacked. I'm gonna be honest though, I'm pretty confident too. I mean, we have a fire axe, we have critical blow, furious strike, retaliate, guard. Like, we have the best of cards at our disposal. We're just waiting for the right moment to kill him. I would like to get rid of both of those minor dark powers, because when you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf space, you lose the health. Now, if we can knock that out first, that would help. And then it says if the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevented all the damage, you also lose a health. So let's get into his space. If we are... No, that was killer. Well, we've panicked. No panic, right? No upkeep. There's no items near the ball pit. So, and he seems to want to hang out there. So we're going to walk. Let's go. We get a single success on a walk. We could pitch one of our close calls and our short rest to move into his space. And I think that's worth, right? So we spend the time. We pitch 2 cards. We move into the killer space. Now, minor dark power is going to trip here. So it says if the big bad wolf, or when you move into or begin your turn in the big bad wolf's health space, lose a health. So go down to health here. But now we can start pumping into him, right? Let's do, what do? We go critical blow first. Furious strike, what do you guys think? Weak attack first. Weak attack could end our turn. That would be horrible. Critical blow could end our turn. Furious strike could end our turn. We need all successes. Should we hit him hard? Like, how hard do we want to hit him? This does 3 damage. Let's hit him with the critical blow. Critical blow. Little ASMR. Oh my god, so unlucky, dude. A tier and 2 converts. I feel like we have to convert this. We have to pitch a weak attack and a close call to get a single success and do 3 damage. God damn, boy. That still ends our turn, dude. But we reduce the horror and gain a time. Alright, so 2 damage. When attacking a minion, it's 2 damage instead. So we do 3 damage here, which isn't terrible. It's going to get rid of one of the dark powers, so I think we're going to get rid of this one. Do we get to choose here? Let's do this one. Sure Game's probably dipped by now. He said he had a client. Clients. But we're going to... That sucks. That really sucks that it ends your turn. That's okay, though. We have a Furious Strike, a Guard, and a Retaliate still yet. So, let's go to Panic Phase. Wait, no. Planning Phase, sorry. With precisely 6 time. I mean, we take a Guard, right? You get to choose, but first, Minor Dark Power mandatory before health. Oh, so you can't, like, split them. That's what I like about board games, is, like, when like, your game tells me a rule, like, that I never even would have... It was 3 damage. So I see what you're saying. So, do we take one from the Minor Dark, or do we take one from... What did he say? You get to choose, but first Minor Dark Power mandatory. Oh! Oh, yeah, we did know that. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Okay, so yeah, we can't take health from his health before we take health from the Minor Dark Power. Yeah, I'm definitely stupid. Okay. Well, at least we got rid of one of his Minor Dark Powers and half of his other one, right? So if we retaliate here, we might take a damage. It's fine. He can heal. Well, we're going to stop him here. If Bloodlust goes up again, we still have the birthday cake. We can use that twice. And we can only use it during the killer phase, so. So we go to planning, we pick up a Guard. And then we go 4 time to really just, like, mess around with. We could take, like, an improvise. That's kind of crazy that we can take that. Let's take that. And then there's just nothing else to buy, so let's waste the other time. Or maybe a planning is better to not waste the time. Let's take the planning. Alright, so we've got some good cards at our disposal. We'll return these to the tableau. Critical blow goes back. Close call, we need those out. So, weak attack, walk, short rest, and close call. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Okay, next killer phase. So, he is going to attack us right off jump. He's attacking for 2. We retaliate this. A double success on the retaliate. We're going to need some sure game rules questions here. Because I guess let's just try doing it in the order of the cards. So first we ignore all the damage from the attack. And it says if the big bad wolf attacks you and you prevented all the damage, you lose a health. So we lose a health first. And then we do 2 damage back. That gets rid of another minor dark power. We flip a terror card. Whoa, 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 whoa. 2 damage back. It's 3, right? Because we have that axe. You're doing it the right way. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help, bud. We probably wouldn't have been... We would just be out here just playing however we want. If the guy wasn't here, right? W's in the chat for your game. Let's see. Let's flip a tarot card. Grandma, is that you? If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, for each victim in the same space or adjacent to the big bad wolf, increase the horror. Alright, that's none. Nothing happens there. Keeps us honest. It's true, dude. Like, a lot of the times, like, I'll do a rule or I'll completely miss a rule and he'll be like, yo, what about this or what about that? And I'll be like, oh yeah, fucking changes the game dramatically, right? Dramatically is not a word though. So that's the end of the killer phase. It says for each victim in the same space or adjacent to the big bad wolf, increase the horror. X-nay on the horror A. Nothing. Okay? So we go back to upkeep phase. He doesn't have that minor dark power anymore, but there's no cards in the ball pit, so we're just ready to just kill this guy. How do you guys feel about planning? +3 dice for the next horror roll. Let's do planning. Okay, so +2 dice for the next horror roll is probably fine. We could pitch 2 focuses to get 3. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's pitch 2 focuses to get +3 dice for our next horror roll. So this is going to be the first time I think I've ever rolled 6 dice. So we do a planning, we get a double success. We drop a Furious Strike. And I mean, this is +3 dice. So we're rolling 6 dice here. I mean, this is big. Furious Strike with 6 dice. Come on, you can't get this wrong, right? Furious Strike with 6 dice. One, 2, 3 successes. That's what I'm talking about. So we do 1, 2, 3 damage to the big bad wolf. You love to see it. We also decrease the horror, which gives us a time. And we haven't done anything that loses time. So, yeah, we're at 7 time, and we're going to do 3 more damage to the big bad wolf. So, yeah, like I said, pretty comfortable with the cards that are in hand and what we can pick up. Now, it would be nice to pick up that critical blow again to finish him off. And we may actually do that here. Because the only cards we have left are 2 guards and a walk. So we're going to stop there. We're going to go to planning. We're going to pick up a critical blow and a close call. And then we're going to reset the time to 6, return the action cards to the tableau. So we have planning, Furious Strike, focus. We get these, right? Weak attack is big. Short rest and walk. These go back. This goes back here. We still have the 2 guards. We're moving on. That was planning. That was 6 dice. That was absurd. I've never rolled 6 dice in Final Girl. That was fun. Okay. Killer phase. He's going to immediately attack us for 2. So let's guard this. This is the juicy stuff right here. This is where either we die or he dies. Okay, we get a single success and a convert. We can pitch a walk and a short rest here to ignore all of the damage. And I think we are going to do that. So we pitch 2 cards. We flip our next tarot card. Now, we are very close to getting this finale revealed here. Let's see what happens. We have the claws that scratch. Target the final girl closest victim and attack. All right, there's a lot of writing on that, so... it says, deal the big bad wolf's damage amongst as many victims as possible. If you are also in the space, you take any remaining damage after all victims are killed. So I think we just... He just attacks for 2. Which isn't terrible, honestly. We guard this, right? Yeah, we guard this. We pick up Retaliate next turn and we kill him. 3 converts is not good. We can pitch walk, close call for a single success, reduce damage from the attack by 2. That means we take none. We survive another killer phase. Now all we have is weak attack and critical blow. I think this is it, guys. I think we kill him here. We want to do our critical blow first or weak attack. Probably weak attack as a single success doesn't end our turn. And it does 2 damage, so that'll get him down. Let's do it. Weak attack first. Okay, single success. Like I said, we lose a health, but we do 2 damage to him. Come on, we need this critical blow. We need this. Fuck! We can't lose 2 life. We'll do the order of the card. Let's do the order of the card. This is crazy. If you guys are still here, I mean, this is pretty wild. We're both on 2 health, right? Like, what happens here? Dude, we rolled a critical blow with no successes. So, first we do 2 damage to the killer. Alright, I just want to be very clear on what's happening here. We did a critical blow. We got no successes. So the first thing we do is 2 damage. We have to lose 2 health too, and we only have 2 health left. So we're going to do 2 damage to the killer first. Okay, he dies. Okay, then that is as simple as that. We won, right? I mean, even if it means your death, like, we're not losing final girls that way. That's the canon. That's the way it goes. We just killed the big bad wolf. Yeah, but hold on. This is what I mean, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're playing hardcore. So, if a final girl dies, to me, she's done. We can't use her anymore. So, this is what I'm trying to ask. Is, like, we kill the final girl. I understand that we win the game. But should Adelaide still be able to be playable? Because she dies here. She does 2 damage. She loses 2 health. Let's see. Oh! That's what I'm fucking talking about, boys. She fucking survives. Yo, what is with the lag, dude? Yo, that's fucking crazy. Yo, you guys can sit there and say I fucking cheesed it all you want, but I just rolled a dice. I rolled a dice to choose the final health tokens, I swear to God. We get 3 health back. Adelaide is still alive. Yeah, so, your game, you're going to check the rules, but there's no rule on, like, Final Girl Hardcore. Like, I'm making it up. It's, like, the way I like to play. Because I think there's too many Final Girls, to be honest. So I just play, like, if one dies, she dies for good. That's why we have the exclamation point dead and exclamation point survivors command, which we have updated. So if we are going to continue playing, we have final girls who didn't make it would be Charlie. She died at Geppetto at the Carnival of Blood. Ava's dead. Uki is dead. Veronica is dead. Christy is dead. Survivors. Hopeless Diplodocus, what was your words per minute? Are you a hunt and pecker, or do you know how to type? Final girls who survived the night: Lori, Camp Happy Trails, Selena, Poltergeist at Creech Manor, Adelaide, Inkanyamba. You're a speedy typer, I bet. I believe it 100%. But what was your words per minute on monkeytype.com? Was it better than mine? Was it... What did I get? 65 words per minute? I could probably do better if I wasn't under the pressure. You're gonna do it now? Okay. What's the site? monkeytype.com. What if I just gave her like a porn website? I mean, it would be pretty funny. We're gonna start looking to see who we can rate. This was a successful final girl. This was a great stream. I had fun. I want to say thanks to everybody who came to the stream, everybody who's been coming to the stream. I wouldn't even keep doing this without you guys. So, yeah, well, I'd like to see some of your guys' streams. I'll definitely be in there. We're gonna find somebody to raid right now. Don't forget to join the Discord community. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Where is the raid browser? Okay, so we do have some people in the board game channel, it looks like. A lot of VTubers out there, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Yo, it doesn't look like anybody is streaming board games. $60, 5 under. That's what I'm saying. I'll take the dub. Yo, 98% accuracy is actually amazing. I was hitting backspace like no other. I mean, the backspace, like, it helps me because I see red letters and I'm like, oh no. And then I go back and I fix it, and I think that messes. You have nail extensions right now? Oh my god. So you're slower? I can't imagine the sound of you typing with those long ass nails. Like, I was at Darts the other day and the lady putting the orders in, it was distracting. She was like, and I turn around and she's hitting this screen. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like she's beating the screen with like a set of keys or something. Oh, it's my first time with them. They're driving me nuts. I bet. Guys, we don't really know. Brett Spiel, Breaking Brett, YouTube. Looks like they're ranking cards. Oh, they're ranking board games. Maybe you guys can get involved in that. But no, again, thanks everybody for stopping by the stream and hanging out. We love to see it. We're gonna knock and eventually raid. Yeah, no, thanks for stopping out. Again, I really appreciate everybody. Thanks for the follows and hanging out in the stream. It really means a lot. I wouldn't keep doing it without you guys, so we are gonna raid. Breaking Brett YouTube. It looks like they're ranking board games, which I'm actually curious to see what they rank some of these board games, because I have played a lot of them. Thanks, you too, Hopeless Diplodocus. Let me know in the Discord when you want to do the Wingspan stream. We'll do it anytime. I think it would be like a solid like Wednesday thing that can, you know, we could just do it every Wednesday or something. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So, oh my God, of course it's always in a different language. Best of luck. Apologize again. A lot of the streamers out there aren't speaking English. You know, but you can still go in there and disagree with their Ark Nova as a C game.